Listen, whatever you put your mind to, whatever you put your hands to do it to the best of your abilities, guys. Game hard. Alright guys, it's your boy Blue Falcon coming to you with another video in this How to Succeed in Life series. Alright, if you've been following me for any length of time, you will know what I like to do in this channel is draw parallels between video games and the real world. Right? Life is nothing more than a game, and life has a bunch of stages that we all must pass in order for us to finally beat the game, succeed in life, right? What success looks like for every individual may vary. Like I know for me, one thing that's extremely important is my faith and my family, right? So I know what I'm trying to accomplish and what beating the game looks like for me, but I'm not here to preach to anybody. What I am here to do, on the other hand, is just offer some type of wisdom that regardless of gender, regardless of nationality, regardless of race or creed, right, if you follow this advice, you should be able to succeed in life, beat the game, all right? So with that being said, I know when you saw the thumbnail or you read the title, it mentioned how to succeed in life, right? Passion versus money. Now, I feel like I owed it to you guys to make this video because I kind of mentioned this in the last video. After you understand what you're passionate about, irregardless of what money you might be making and irregardless of the lifestyle, but when you find something that you're passionate about, take that passion and then help others. Now, if you missed that, right, I'm gonna leave the link. Actually, it should be over here, right? I'm gonna leave the link for you guys, all right? Watch that video. But I just want to bring some clarification as to why I said what I said, which is that after you find what you're passionate about, take that passion and help others, right? So what's the clarification? Check it. Where passion, right? Where passion meets efficiency, that's what you need to pursue. All right? So what do I mean by that? I'll give you a perfect example, right? You might be passionate about something, but are you any good at it? Ooh, this might hurt some of you guys, right? But this is why I'm here, to bring some reality, right? Look, are you good at what you so-called passionate about, right? And how would you know if you're any good? How would you know, right? Well, I told you that no man is an island unto themselves. Like, we were put in this world with other people, right? So your peers should be able to validate if you're good at something, right? You know, there's a famous book that says, you know, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. So in other words, other people will validate how good you are at something, right? You can't just wake up one morning and self-proclaim that I'm a great musician. I'm a great artist. Who said? Right? Because you see, in this world, when we go to work, right? I don't care what you do for work, but we're always providing some type of good or service to someone else. Whether you're working at McDonald's, the service you're providing is that McChicken, right? Whether you're a janitor, the service you're providing is cleaning whatever establishment that you're working at, right? So there's always a good and service that you're providing to your fellow man, and unless you're actually good at that skill set, you're not gonna be making any type of living off of that skill set. It's just the reality, right? So I know you probably thinking that, oh man, I thought you said pursue your dreams, Blue Falcon. What happened to that? Check this out. So based off where you are in life, like let's say if you're a younger boy or girl listening to me, and you're passionate about something, if you're not good at it, what I'm saying is that you don't have to necessarily give up. Just don't pursue it yet. Behind the scenes, still work at your craft until hopefully one day you can get to that point where people find value in your skill set. But for the older individuals, although you can work on your craft, there's certain things in reality, there's certain things in life where it's really not convenient for you to be wasting time pursuing something full time when you're not any good at it, right? Like I could say for me, right? When I was a boy, I didn't have all this responsibility. Now that I'm a man, now that I'm married and I have a family, I don't got the time to be dabbling in passions that can't actually help me provide as a man, right? I'm gonna get back to that. So I just want to answer the actual question, right? Passion versus money. So which one should you actually pursue? Okay. To one extent, I kind of brought up this analogy before, but let's look at the teacher, right? They became a teacher and they only did it because they wanted the money, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, yes, you can make pretty good money as a teacher. You can make a 6-figure salary as a teacher. So don't believe in anybody that tells you otherwise. But the point being is that, if you became a teacher only because of the money and you wasn't passionate about it, you're gonna end up hating your job. Because as I mentioned before, when you're realizing that, especially first year teachers, when the children are a headache, when your class management skills suck, when you bring in work even home, so you don't have no time for your family, that's really going to mess up with your psyche, and it's going to make you question whether or not you want to continue as a teacher in the first place. That's why many teachers actually end up quitting, right? Because they were not really passionate about teaching. On the flip side, right, let's look at the person who only pursues their passion. Right? Let's say a musician, for example. Okay, cool. But if you're not making money off of your talent, off of your passion, why do you think the term struggling musician, why do you think that term came out? Because that's a reality, right? And I'm going to tell you, I'll go even further, why they struggling in the first place. Because if people found value in the music that they were making, should they be struggling? They probably didn't listen to Blue Falcon when he states that passion needs to meet efficiency. And then you have to pursue that. Because don't tell me you're going to be struggling as a musician when there's so much ways to make money off of music. All right? But that's not a here nor there. The point that I'm really trying to emphasize is that you guys, you can't, passion versus money, it's really almost like a rhetorical question, right? Like you can't really answer that. You have to actually factor in both. And it's in pursuing both at the same time, that's when you're actually going to walk in your purpose. And by walking in your purpose, that's when you're going to be a success in life. That's when you're going to actually experience true joy and happiness, right? When you're walking in your purpose, as I mentioned in the last video. All right. So you guys, I have to say this because for anybody that's pursuing their passions and they just so gun-ho about it. I only want to do what I want to do. I only want to do what I want to do. I'm going to tell you straight up. When I was a boy, right, there was many things that I was passionate about, right? And I won't go too deep because I'll probably make that another video in and of itself. but there was so many things I was passionate about. As I got older, and now I'm a man and I got, a wife and I got family to worry about. You know what comes to my mind? I gotta be able to provide for my family, right? At a particular stage in life, again, because life, this video game is about stages. In this stage, when you're an adult, all right? And I know I'm using boy and man, but women, it's the same thing, right? It's just being an adult. It's just being an adult. When you're in that stage in your life, that's not the time you want to be struggling, right? Because you don't got mommy and daddy to have your back all the time. You get what I'm saying? They pour it into you so that you don't have to be a burden on them when you got older, right? And that's the reason why, as I mentioned before, I'm from the Caribbean. And in the Caribbean, if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, you're a complete failure, right? And I ain't throwing shade. I'm not saying that you gotta hate your parents, but you gotta understand, why did your parents tell you this in the first place? They were just looking out for you. They would hoping that if you entered one of those two fields, you would be well off financially. They didn't take in consideration passion. They don't care about nothing like that, right? All they worried about is that when you're old, you ain't gonna be knocking on mommy and daddy asking for help to pay your bills. No, you got into those bills, right? You started that family. You had those children. And now who are you to try to go back to mommy and daddy and ask them for help? No, you should have been helping yourself. Right? That's the blueprint, that's the foundation you should have been laying for yourself in your youth. Again, I could go deep into that, but the point that I really wanted to stress out for this particular video is that, as an adult, yes, it would be a blessing if you could fully do something you're passionate about, but you got to really start thinking, like, in this stage of life, I just got to be a man and I got to be able to provide. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're pursuing your passion and you're not providing for your family, and you come in home and you have your wife and your children looking at you in your eye, asking you, Dad, where's the food? How come there's no food on the table? Where's the lights? Why the lights are cut off? If you're that type of guy, then my question to you is, are you even a man? You're one sorry excuse of a man if all you do is pursuing your passion and not understanding that you have your obligation to your family. I'm going to tell you straight up, guys. You see, that's an extremely selfish mindset. Pursuing solely, pursuing something that's solely your passion and you're not making money out of it, that's a completely selfish mindset. Which, if you went back and saw video number 4, we would realize that the whole key to success is taking your passion and helping others, right? Isn't your family included in this, this circle or this umbrella term, others, right? Isn't your family included? How are you helping them? So again, you got to take everything I'm saying in totality, right? It's not that passion is better than money, and it's not that money is better than passion. You got to just understand. You see, the money, as I kind of said earlier in the video, equate that to efficiency. Efficiency, in other words, people find value in your skill set, and therefore they're willing to compensate you for that value. So, in other words, where passion and money meet, that's where you gotta pursue your dreams. All right, that's when you're living out in your purpose. All right, you guys. So I hope I brought some clarity from the last video. If you like what you're hearing, if you found any value in what I was able to bring forth today, please, you guys, smash that like button, you know, like the video, subscribe, you know, and share with other people so that hopefully they can learn the keys to success as well. All right, with that being said, Blue Falcon over and out. Game hard.